I'm Olana Kuludikwe. I'm a medical doctor and I'm an eye specialist. I'm a phaco specialist and a retina specialist. But today I'm telling you my story of how I moved from being a medical doctor to a digital entrepreneur. It's been a journey of 2 years, exactly the 27th day of April 2020. I started my journey as a digital entrepreneur. And it's been a very long journey. Who is excited to hear my story today? Let me see some excitement on that chat. Who is excited to be hearing my story today? Put some excitement on that chat as we go along into my story that I'm sure is gonna impact some people very positively. And that is really why I'm setting up today's experience so that you can learn one or two things from it and it can really, really inspire you to greatness. Yeah, I see some excitement on the chat, and I'm just gonna run on. I have a co-host. Please help me admit on the Zoom so that we can, go ahead. Okay, very excited. So earlier in the day, we had a session at 2 p.m. West African time that was anchored by myself and my sponsor, Dr. Rosemary Asufi. This evening is freestyle, and I'm the one that is taking it. So let's go. I joined this opportunity 2 years ago. And when I joined, I didn't know anything about Forex. I remember 2 years ago, I got a phone call from our sponsor, who happens to be a colleague of mine. We had worked together somewhere in Lagos. And when I resigned to start my own practice as an eye specialist, I had not heard from her for some time. And 2 years after, she gave me a call wanting me to see an opportunity in the digital space. Up until that time, I'd done about 12 brick and mortar businesses. So when she asked me to come see an opportunity in the digital space, I saw the presentation, I had a few questions to ask, and she put me on with Mr. Obi Anyagwa, the originator of the double blessing strategy. And we got on a three-way call. And after back and forth, because I wasn't really sure if I would have the time to be able to do this. So we had a lot of discussion, and there was a question that stuck, and that question has stuck even up to today. And the question was, Doctor, if you were given an opportunity to learn a skill, and that skill is one that can help you earn for the rest of your life, paying 3,000 naira, which would be like $6 a day. He said, will it be worth it? I'm telling you, if you are a boxer, that was an uppercut. If you are a fisherman, that was the hook that caught the fish. And so I answered in the affirmative, yes, I think it will be worth it. And we ended the discussion then. It still took me some time to get started because I had to do one or two things. I had to be very sure. And so I took some time, I prayed about it. I gave it some time to think through. And eventually I was fully persuaded in my mind that this was really what I wanted to do. because it became like the Eureka moment. And I told myself I had found it. I had found an opportunity that was going to take my finances from where it was, you know, on a roller coaster. You'll be wondering and surprised that, I mean, I have not even started. How did I know? Well, let me say it was my sixth sense. I could perceive it in my spirit that this was the opportunity. And I got started. I got started in the month of April, exactly today, 2 years ago. And when I got started, initially, I think I felt ill, you know, just a few days after I started. Very unusual. I hardly fall sick. And, you know, it was like, oh dear, am I sure this is really what I want to do? So I had the buyer's remorse. And I remember my sponsor calling me, what's happening? We are not seeing you on the Zoom. We are not seeing you on the sessions. And I just told her, don't worry, just give me some time. I've gotten started. So I'm going to go on, but I needed some time to recuperate. So I think I took about 2 weeks off. And when I came back, I hit the ground running. In my first month, I got 3 people to start on this opportunity. Because when I came, I looked at trading. I wasn't sure how long it would take me to learn the skill. I looked at the business end, which is the building, and I knew I had some contacts. I had a network that could help my net worth. And so I decided to take that path early enough. And in my first month, I was able to sign 3 people, 1, a sales rep, 2, my next door neighbor, and 3, my wife. And so I became a P1000. And so that was my first success on this platform. In my very first month, I earned $150. And that was significant to me. You may be wondering, why is $150 significant? Well, I'll tell you that's the first time I earned in dollars. I had a futile attempt to earn dollars about 14 years earlier. In the year 2006, I did what we call an Andrew checking out in Nigeria. I was disillusioned with everything around me. Then I was doing my postgraduate program to be an eye specialist. I lost all the steam and all the zeal. And I felt it was time for me to relocate. So I did my IELTS test of English, passed, did my Club 1, passed, and then went to United Kingdom sometime in May 2006 to have my Club 2. I also did that and I passed. Having passed all the exams, I was looking for a job. Unfortunately, I didn't get one within the 1 month. I was based in the UK and I had to return home. So it was a sad story for me. I haven't spent maybe about $4,000 or more to prosecute that, you know, that phase of my life. I ended up coming back with nothing. And my desire to earn in foreign currency was aborted. So 14 years after, the opportunity came in iMastery Academy. And I'm so happy and grateful that in my first month on this business, I earned $150. And I haven't tasted blood. If you understand what that means, I wasn't ready to go back. Though when I started, especially the trading part, it was quite challenging because my forebearers had done the regular Forex. And here was us being introduced to high frequency forex. So it was quite different, strange, and challenging, because even the people ahead of us, I mean, people in our team, they also didn't know how to do the binary trading. So we are like blind men leading blind men. I know what that means when a blind man leads a blind man. We'll just fall into a lot of pits. So there were quite some challenges. One, we were new in high frequency, so we didn't know how high frequency trading was done. Two, the educators were based in the US and their trading time, 2 a.m. my time, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. was very inconvenient. So these were the odds that were staked against me when I got started. But one thing about me is that I am a fighter. I don't throw in the towel until I have been beaten blue-black in the ring. So it's either I win or you knock me out. So I continued, the subscription, continued learning. I had to wake up early in the morning, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., as the case may be. Joined the session, learned a little, lost money, on and on. Sometimes we will join the evening session, maybe mini meals by 5 p.m., 7 p.m. We'll just be alternating. There are sometimes I'll be in the farm on my phone with my earpiece, I'm listening. With my laptop, I'm trying to trade. We'll have group sessions. We'll join the Spanish session. We know compra is buy, ventra is sell. We didn't know abort or don't enter. So imagine we'll take the trades. Maybe the educator says abort. No, cancel the idea. We're already in. And of course, we lost money. So these were the challenges that we faced in this space. But I was determined to succeed. And I kept waking up early in the morning, joining the sessions. The turning point for me was I got an educator that came on around 4 a.m. Then if the time changed, maybe 5 a.m., which was a bit okay, especially the 5 a.m. time. So I'll wake up at 4, join the session by 5. I started seeing that I was understanding the strategy. At that time it was cash trap. And then I was also, growing my account little by little. So I started, figuring it out, and I started learning. 3 months or thereabouts on the platform, there was this morning, which was the turning point for me. I got on the educator session. I've been learning over a period of time. And the educator said, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm not analyzing the chart. I'm not taking any trades. I'm just going to be watching you guys. And you guys have been with me for this long. You should be able to trade on your own. What did he say, guy? He meant every word of what he said. I wasn't ready for that. But that morning, I had 2 choices. Either I went back to bed or I took trades. And I told myself, well, I didn't have anything to lose. And I decided to analyze the charts the way I've been teaching us. Did the analysis, went for my first trade. I won it. Second one, won it. I think I took about 2 or 3. And I won all of them that morning. Then it dawned on me that I now know how to trade. Put on the chart, I can do it. It dawned on me that I can do it. I want to see that on the chart. I want to be sure you're following me. and you are with me. Put on the chat, I can do it. And so that day, it dawned on me that I had actually learned how to trade. There are some of you here, you've never traded on your own. You need to also, if you've been learning the double blessing strategy, tell yourself you can do it. Analyze the chart, take it on your demo. You do it over and over. You have that confidence, you can break free. So with that understanding, I now started joining a session, and then on my own, I would take my trades. And I started seeing that my account was growing. I started making withdrawals. I continued building. Everything was now coming to place, and it was beginning to make sense. So when I discovered this, I told myself, I know there will be a lot of other people who were struggling with trading. And so I decided to start having a free Zoom session for everybody, for prospects and for members. And I looked for a convenient time. The funny thing was that my educator then, he didn't used to come live on Tuesdays. So Tuesday morning, people used to look for where to go and trade. So I saw a gap on Tuesday morning, and I decided to fill it. So I put my session 7 a.m. on Tuesday, learning the skill with Dr. Oladapo Onodipe, and I started. And a lot of people started to join. We were having very impressive results, I must tell you. At that time, we really had a lot of 100% results, week in, week out. And, over time, people kept coming. I remember there was a day, we had to call the fire service. What do I mean? The Zoom call got maxed out. Then I knew that really people were getting value from the session. And, we continued, and it became an official session for the whole of the group. And we continued, and a year of me being on this platform, I got a call from my mentor and coach, Sir Gary McSween, talking about my results that they had seen and how impressed my results have been, and that they would want me to be an educator on iMastery Academy. I'm telling you, it wasn't something I was looking up to or looking forward to. In fact, if I had been given an opportunity, I would have turned it down. That's the truth. I never desired to be an educator. Not that it's not good, but it wasn't something I set out to achieve. So in my mind, I was like, can I do it? Am I sure it's something I want to do? So they asked me to give my timetable, and I looked at it. Monday, clinic day, okay, I can do 7 a.m. Tuesday, I was used to doing Tuesday sessions. Tuesday is okay, my surgery day. I can do Tuesday, 7 a.m. Wednesday is my clinic day. I can, do the session before going for my clinic. Thursdays, I usually travel to do surgeries outside my base. So Thursdays didn't look a good day. Fridays is my NGO day, giving back to the community. So I said, okay, I'll do 3 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 a.m. West African time. And that was how we arranged the timetable. Everything was accepted. We did all the back and forth, and eventually it was gonna be our first session on Go Live. Can I see Go Live on that chart, man? Can I see Go Live on that chart? It was gonna be my first session on Go Live. Ladies and gentlemen, There were butterflies in my stomach. Can you imagine? I mean, the first Go Live educator out of Africa. You know, the flyers started coming out, and I started seeing myself on those flyers. And you know, there was a lot of build up to that day, which was a Monday. And you know, they just set up the OBS. You know, I was navigating how to go about the OBS. It was my first day on Go Live. I was like a new kid on the block. You know, everything was all strange to me. Now I was on the session. I had to make sure that OBS was fine. I was checking on my internet to be sure everything was fine. I was checking my audio. Was everybody hearing me? I was typing on the charts, you know, and then people started typing on the charts. Do you know this guy? Does he know what he's doing? Does he know how to trade? How long has he been trading? These were the questions students were asking me on the session, man. And I was like, come, you guys, be careful. Be careful. I mean, I have my track record. That's why I'm here. And so I bolted up and I tested out. And it was like, today's the day, guys. I'm gonna make history today. And so I started my session the way I normally started with meditation. Then, you know, I introduced myself, let people know. I taught on our strategy, the double blessing strategy. I taught them the checklist, how my sessions will be, how the tradings will go. Then we were able to talk on buy, on sell. You know, things are not changed like what it is now on Go Live. So we are much freer then. So I did my analysis, got my entries, and then I typed it out on the charts. You know, currency. Then we are doing 3 minutes trade. 3 minutes was my time. I put in my entry points and I put either a buy or a sell, whatever it was on my first day. Ladies and gentlemen, the market got to that place and the market moved as anticipated. My very first trade from Go Live was a win. Let me see some excitement on that chart. I mean, people made money for my very first trade on Go Live. You can imagine my joy. You can imagine the excitement that was on the charts. I played bigger and better music. You know, the whole house was ecstatic. In fact, let me play that music right away to relive my first trading day. That was the song I played after my first trade.
In my life, I'm living for his glory. I'm on fire every day, and nothing can stop me. Doesn't matter what I face, I am getting bigger every day. Every day, I have Jesus in my life, living for his glory. I'm on fire every day, and nothing can stop me. Doesn't matter what I face, I am getting bigger every day.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know, I listened, I played that song, and there was a lot of excitement in the air. I went on the chart again. I did the second analysis. I called the second trade, and it was surgical precision. And ladies and gentlemen, we ended that session 100%. And there was so much excitement because that was my debut as a Go Life educator, and it was 100%. And then, people started hearing, a lot of people started coming on my session. We had a lot of viewership. I think in my second month, in a platform of 200 educators, I became the 5th most viewed educator in my second month on Go Live. And we started end of May. So by July, I was already the 5th most viewed educator on Go Live. And I'm telling you, by October 1st, I became the most viewed educator in iMastery Academy with about 45,000 views. I will never forget that day. October 1, Nigeria's independence. I was the top most viewed educator on Go Live. And a lot of people say, oh, Dr. Onodike, you only do 3 days a week. Yeah, even with 3 days a week, I became the top most viewed educator on October 1st. And, these days, top 5, we are always there. And I'm telling you, that was the start of the journey on Go Live. Now, it's really, really been a wonderful experience, I must tell you. And I have a lot of success stories. And I think today, I'm gonna allow some of my success stories to talk. Like I said, it's a hands-free session. So I have some of my success story. I think I'll allow 2 of them to talk. These are people that have come onto this platform. They are members of my team. They've learned how to trade, and they are also making money from residual income. So like I said, it's a no hands-free, unscripted, and I didn't tell them, but I'm gonna call them because you cannot say you are successful and not have a successor. You can't say you are successful and you don't have a success story. The first person I'm gonna call happens to be my childhood friend. We grew up in the city of Lagos, Iriakari Estate, Isolo. We rode bicycle together. We played football together. So those were my early days. And I remember when I got started on this platform, I gave him a call. And I said, young man, I have discovered a skill that can help us to earn for the rest of our life. I showed him the platform, and he was game, and he got started. Today, he is a Platinum 1000, meaning that he has been able to impact over 30 lives, and he earns at least $1,000 in this opportunity. He's also a very good trader. So I have a builder and a trader, which is what I am in this person. And I'm just going to give Mr. Chinedu Ude to say a few things about how I've been able to impact him from this opportunity. So, Mr. Anthony Ude, you are in a good place. You are part of the success story here. And if I say I'm successful, it's because people like you have come here knowing nothing about Forex, learned from me, and today you are one of those I can say is my success story. So in the next 2 minutes, can you just share your experience and how I've been able to impact you? Over to you, Mr. Chinedu Ude.
Hey. The SP master himself. I greet you with all alacrity, and my friend, my people here will say Jajajajagiriti Amakasiti. Don't mind me, I'm speaking in tongues. But that's what happens when you start to see things, some figures that you never thought you would be seeing. But it's all right. My name is Mr. Anthony Chinedunwude. Like doctor said, been his childhood friend for forever. I live in the United Kingdom, a healthcare practitioner by profession. I want to welcome everyone on this call. In fact, I see all of you as people that are opportune, and this is an opportunity that you cannot afford to miss. For me, the same way you came on this call, I didn't have the opportunity to be honest. So you guys have what they call the double edge, okay? So I got into this opportunity just with a phone call. You get to a point in your life when you start to ask questions. Oh, what way? Here in the United Kingdom, we have a lot of things that bind us. You work so much, but you pay most of it back to the system, stuff like that. You just want to do something different, something more rewarding, something that you can relax, the comfort of your home, and just do like the world is moving to. So I was thinking about it at that point when my friend and my coach gave me that angelic call and said to me, that question, I don't forget, he said, how would you like to learn a skill set that would in turn pay me for the rest of my life? I thought about it. I said, wow, that's deep. What's it all about? And he said to me, Forex, or trading, learning how to trade Forex or trading the foreign exchange market. I was a bit hesitant in my thoughts. But for the fact that it was coming from someone like him, I had to rule out all doubts and said, no, if this man can see this opportunity and say there's something there, this man, he doesn't go to somewhere that there's nothing there. There must be something there. That's why he's there. Because as kids, we had this, this healthy competition around in the estate where everybody wanted to be top for their class, do well, do higher than better than, the competition was there. And he was one of those ones that we were chasing, So I said, no. If this man, it not be today we start to do this competition. Okay, this is another competition. Oh yeah, I'm gay. I didn't even know much about it, to be honest. I'm telling people the truth, though. This is the gospel truth. I didn't know much about it. I've been hearing Forex, but all I hear is losses. But for the fact that he is there, I said, yes, I've heard so much losses. I've even lost money to people that I give money to in Nigeria and to trade for me and all that. But I wasn't worried about it at all. You see, when you want to succeed, you have to remove all doubts. Focus on the success ahead. And that is when you start to get the results that you desire. So I went ahead and I said, Lord, how much is it going to get started? He told me, I said, okay, right away. Within 24 hours, I sorted it out and I got started. And the rest was history. I'm telling you, there's a lot to talk about. If I start to say it, I would not have enough time, but it has been one experience to the other, going higher and higher. Not only am I on the path of on this level where I receive $1,000 every month, that's $250 every Friday. Not only on that, I have my trading account where I profit daily from, growing it minimum 5% every day. Imagine you having an account where you get like 5% minimum on a daily basis. I mean, think about it. And the sweet thing is that you are the one doing it just by following simple laid down instructions given to you by the SP master and of course his colleagues that are into this thing. I mean, you guys, you don't know what you have. When we came in, we woke up 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the morning, follow this one, follow that one, rat race, But now we have people that are top 5. They're in the top 5. 2 of them are our own. What are we looking for? is right here in front of us. So, yes, I want to just tell you guys that it has been a very, very beautiful journey. Yes, a learning curve because it's totally different from what I used to know. But like I said, they have the means to teach you. All you need to do is to follow instruction, stay connected, and you will achieve whatever it is you tend to achieve. 7 figures, there's nothing less. We are going there and we are going to get there. Let's go, doctor. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. What I really want to hear from you, you said you have an account that you only trade with me with, and that account has been growing. That's the impact I want to hear. Can you
that account.
Just quickly.
My brother, the truth is there's so many things that I have to say, but time, yes, I have to open a special account for him because you see, one thing is the opportunity is immense, so you don't limit yourself. So I now opened a special account just to follow him. I said, anytime I'm going on his session, I will go on that account. And that account has been doing so well. In fact, I cannot even, if I start to tell you people now, it will be like I'm talking too much. But let me tell you, it has been really, really paying me well, doing me some nice figures. And this is just one account. All right, this is just one account. So, and I said the day I will come back to Nigeria, that's where I'm going to take out money to enjoy myself. I don't need to worry myself. Whenever I'm coming, and I know, yes, this money is for Nigeria. Just to go and relax,
Awesome.
Go and chop fresh stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anthony Ude. I'm gonna still give another partner an opportunity. If you're excited, you're learning some things. Let me see some excitement on those charts. Let me see some excitement on those charts. Like I said, you are not a success if you don't have a successor. You are not a success if you don't have a success story. The second person I'm going to bring on is someone I've met her just less than a year ago. This is someone I met through a friend of mine. She lives in the city of Port Harcourt, and she joined this platform sometime last year. She will tell us when. And she joined not knowing anything. I started mentoring her, and in 6 weeks, she started earning $1,000 on this platform. Today, she calls trade on the group. In fact, the day I had she called her trade, I was so excited. I wasn't on the session, but I was so excited. And so today, she leads a team in over maybe 40, 50 individuals. And she's also crushing the market. We have builders, traders here. We don't have traders only. We have those that build and they also trade. And so I'm going to quickly call on 2 minutes. This lady I'm going to call on, she's an Amazon, she's going chairman. I have no doubt about that. I'd like you to tell the audience what kind of impact I've had on you and how your associating with me has changed your story up to today. Pastor E, over to you.
Awesome. Super celebrating my one and only SP Master himself. While I was listening to your story, your testimony, I was like, no wonder, now lion, they born lion now. I celebrate everybody on this call. Just as I've been introduced, my name is Pastor Mrs. Hope. I actually came on this space knowing nothing. When I mean nothing, but I saw the simplicity in which, if at that very day I entered that hall, where I got a mind shift, because Forex was something I hated. There's no doubt about it. In fact, I can't talk without telling you about it. I hated Forex. You come and meet me with Forex, I will reconfigure your head to the business I am doing, and you will join me. So by that day when I entered that hall, the person that was actually speaking, I was analyzing trade, was you. I didn't know you. I was in that hall. I just sat there in one corner with that mindset, like, what the devil that should come and do here, sir? And before I knew, the whole hall was engulfed with excitement. The person who sat on the same table with me said, wow, I made money. I said, wait, calm down, baby girl. How much did you make? He said $200. I said, just right in my presence. You know, I now started asking questions. I was made to understand that you were a medical doctor. I said, if a medical doctor is analyzing trade and giving people food to chop, I'm gonna make me listen to waiting day. I listened all through. To cut the long story short, I got in. I still didn't know what was being said. Everything looked like Greek to me. But I kept saying that doctor is a medical doctor. What business does medical doctor and Forex have? So, but if he can know it, I can know it. And I also saw another female medical doctor. In fact, two of you were like strong inspiration to me. I calmed down. I started learning bit by bit. It wasn't really falling in place at early stage. Like one thing I knew that the system was working because I was seeing your result consistently. So even if I wasn't able to get that result, I knew there are people that can know it better than me. So I started talking to people, inviting them to the opportunity to come and see what I am seeing, or come and enjoy what is there. You know, people were coming and they were getting results. I took my time. You know, everybody does not learn at the same pace. I was learning at my own pace. Fast forward to today. You know, I kept saying, if doctor is doing it, after your session, I will go back again, watch the session, try see what I can do about it. Of course, I brought my son plugged in. Their brain are usually faster than our own. He will go back to your session, study your session. And I was amazed the day my son was able to take trade. I said, boy, come, what is happening here? He said, I've been watching Dr. Nodik's session now. I will chat, I will do everything. I said, you were just watching. He said, yes. And today you can do it. And he tried to put me through one or two things. Of course, he wasn't with me. He would go back to school. I was doing it my own way. I resonated so much with you because of your style, probably because you are also elderly. You know, I always get it on your session. I was trying to get it. And today, in fact, the day I called out that trade, it was Dr. Rosemary that said, come and do it. You must do it. I say, hey, Holy Spirit, you know, she pushed me, and all I did was do what I saw you do. And in fact, it was SP replicated that day. I was so amazed. I was looking at everybody. Everybody were saying they made money. They made money. I said, so me, just like the Bible will say, he saw too a prophet. I said, me too. In fact, I couldn't. Before you know, it was all over the chart. There, Pastor Hope called trade. I said, me. I didn't send that trade, but people took it. You know, after then, I started, I said, I have to build on it. You know, I saw you came on, you made comments encouraging. You said, I am a product of the product. That meant a lot to me, meaning that what you have taught me, the product of the company, I am now a product of that company because I could replicate it all because of you. You know, shortly, while you sent me a message this evening, when I said, is it 7 o'clock? I was trading. Something me said, Hope, you need to document your personal trading. You understand? And because we're on Zoom now, I would have just snapped it and show you. I started documenting. I traded 5-0 this evening, USDJPI and EU. I said, me. In fact, I was showing my husband, I said, I have learned this thing. Imagine I just got 5-0 at a stretch. You know, my husband will say, congratulations. I know you can do it. Now, all this wouldn't have been possible without you. And today, in fact, let me tell you something. Yesterday, you know, I've been very strong. So some of my team members came to visit me at home yesterday. And I said, the only call I'm going to give to you to say that I am well, bring my laptop. They brought out their laptop. I brought out my laptop. And I gave them food. I gave them trade. and they made money. In fact, I was so excited. That made me to have a lot of energy. In fact, when they left, I told them, I don't well, no. See, you people made money for coming to visit me. I don't well finish. You know, that gave me a lot of energy. And since money, I have done a lot of training, you know, for my team and all that. I can't thank you enough. You've been a lot of inspiration. You've impacted me and a lot of people. You understand? I want to say thank you so much. As many that are here, if we have him and he has duplicated himself in us, you can also be another SP tomorrow. Do you know why we call him SP? He's a medical doctor. He gets on the lab and surgically does his what is it called now? His surgeries, you know, eye surgeries, and he has done so many with success stories. He brought that same surgical precision into forest, and each time he calls his trade, it goes into wins. His wins are between 85 to 95% win ratio daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. So if you are here, you can get that same result, just like we are getting it. I am not just getting the result. Today, I can duplicate his result. I am super excited. I appreciate you so much, SP, and I celebrate you. Thank you so much for what you do for us. I thank you so much. Back to you, sir.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know, I told you, you can never be a success if you do not have a successor, if you do not have a success story. So you have heard from Pastor and you've also heard from Mr. Anthony Ude. Time will not permit us to keep having more and more stories. I know there are some of you on IG, on Zoom, that have stories to tell. Please, I want you to type it on the chat very quickly, or after the session, go on my IG handle, JOS or not, and tell your own story. I may just feature you one of these days. So put your story out there. Let's know that I have been able to impact you and you have been impacted from this opportunity. So we'll be rounding up very shortly because our time is almost up, but I want us to see some of the results that I had at the onset. You know, some of the results I had at the onset, I want us to see. So let me just share my screen, and I want you to see, you know, when you are talking of documentation, you are not talking of stories. You are letting people know what you've been able to do over a period of time. And this is really what we have been able to do. 1 minute, I'm trying to get everything together. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen with you. And these were my results last year before I went on Go Live. These were my results last year for there. Oh, yeah, come on, stop that. These were my results last year before I went on Go Live. So let me see. Some things blocking this. Yeah, better. 1 minute. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. So let's start. So I'll just play that again. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If that excites you, let me see some excitement on that chart. If that excites you, let me see some excitement on that chart. Those were my results before I came on Go Live. And I mean, we've had very phenomenal results even after coming on Go Live. The whole of, okay, I think by the end of this month, you know, we started May. Yeah, so I've done about 11 months of Go Live. Next month will be 12 months. And we've had phenomenal results, you know, consistent in our results. Let me see if I can quickly get there just to show you as we round up the kind of results we've gotten. That music, they cut me off from everything. Okay, sorry about that. So I think there are some copyright issues on that song, and that has had me off on IG. So let me just show you. So for my IG fans, sorry about that. So let's try and round up now. This was my result for February. This was my result for February this year. Let me just quickly show that, and then we round up. I don't know if, come in, 1 minute. Let me just show that and we round up. If you can see my screen, please let me know. These are all different results. Please, my co-host, let me know if you see my screen with my results on it.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, thank you. So this is my February results, 21 ideas, all 100%. This is my March results, 26 ideas, all complete. I haven't compiled my April. We had some lessons in April, but when I compile it, you also see. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been my story in iMastery Academy. It's been a story of a medical doctor turned digital entrepreneur. It's been a story of pains that later turned to gains. It's been a story of no significance online to a global significance. It's been a story of learning a new skill that is now paying me for the rest of my life. So if you are here and you are not part of this opportunity, I want to encourage you, get back to whoever invited you and get started. And if you are here, you are a partner, you are not throwing in everything into it. It's time to roll up your sleeves and really throw yourself at it, because your success story will be the next one. So I really appreciate every one of you for coming. It's been 2 years on this platform. Been success. I have successors to show for it. Next month will be my 1 year on this platform as an educator, and I'll be doing a very special session, and that would be one that you want to be a part of. So stay connected with me on my IG. Make sure you're also watching some of my videos on YouTube. Let me just quickly drop my IG and YouTube handle. The recording will be dropped on YouTube. So my IG handle is this. Please, you can go right ahead and follow me on IG. While my YouTube is this, you can also follow me on YouTube. I have videos and I'll be dropping these recordings there so that you can all go and watch. So I'm very grateful to God, grateful to all my leaders, grateful to Dr. Rosemary Asupi for giving me that call, Mr. Obi Anyagwa for the three-way call that got me started, Dr. Luke Amina, Mr. Gary McSween, and David Imonite. So grateful to my family for the sacrifices they've had to make for me to always be on the session. You know, anytime I'm on the session, I don't have distractions. My family, they've been very wonderful to make sure that, you know, I'm always here without being distracted. And I'm very grateful to God for helping me to see this opportunity and to impact lives. So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming. And I look forward to seeing every one of you at the top. For you know, as we say, the bottom is way too crowded. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.